the eternal bond, a journey through time with man's best friend. Long before the first cities rose from the earth, before the written word captured human thought, before agriculture transformed our way of life, there existed a partnership that would forever change the course of both species involved. This is the story of dogs and humans, a tale of mutual transformation that spans over 15,000 years, a bond so profound that it has shaped our evolution, our cultures, and our very understanding of companionship. Picture, if you will, a cold night 30,000 years ago. Around a flickering fire sits a group of early humans, their eyes watchful in the darkness. Just beyond the circle of light, yellow eyes gleam with curiosity rather than hunger. These are not yet dogs, but wolves, drawn by the warmth of human fires and the scraps of food left behind. Some wolves are bolder than others, venturing closer, their natural wariness gradually giving way to cautious interest. The humans, in turn, recognize something useful in these creatures: their acute senses, their hunting prowess, their loyalty to their pack. This moment, repeated countless times across continents and generations, marked the beginning of the most successful interspecies relationship in history. The transformation from wolf to dog was not a simple process of taming wild animals. It was a remarkable journey of coevolution, where both species changed each other in fundamental ways. The wolves that stayed near human settlements began to look different over generations. Their ears became floppier, their tails curlier, their faces shorter and more expressive. These physical changes were accompanied by behavioral shifts even more profound. They learned to read human gestures and emotions with an uncanny accuracy that even our closest primate relatives cannot match. They developed the ability to follow a human's pointing finger, to recognize our emotional states from our facial expressions, to understand the subtle inflections in our voices. In return, humans evolved too, developing specialized neural pathways for processing dog vocalizations and expressions, creating in our brains a unique space reserved for understanding our canine companions. As human civilizations grew and diversified, so too did dogs. The ancient Egyptians revered them, mummifying beloved pets alongside their owners, believing they would journey together into the afterlife. In their tombs, we find painted images of dogs that look remarkably like modern Salukis and greyhounds, testament to how early humans began selectively breeding dogs for specific purposes. The Greeks and Romans used dogs for hunting, guarding, and even warfare, with massive Mastiff-type dogs wearing spiked collars charging into battle. In China, the Pekingese was bred to resemble the lion, a sacred symbol in Buddhist tradition, and these tiny dogs lived lives of luxury in imperial palaces, carried in the sleeves of nobles. But it was not just the wealthy and powerful who formed bonds with dogs. In every corner of the world, working people relied on dogs for survival and companionship. Shepherds in the mountains of Europe developed border collies and other herding breeds, dogs so intelligent and instinctive that they could manage entire flocks with minimal human direction. In the frozen Arctic, the Inuit people could not have survived without their sled dogs, powerful animals capable of hauling supplies across vast expanses of ice and snow. Japanese fishermen used akitas to retrieve nets and chase fish into shallow waters. Every culture, every climate, every human endeavor seemed to have its perfect canine partner, each breed shaped by centuries of careful selection to excel at specific tasks. Yet beyond their practical utility lies something far more mysterious and beautiful: the emotional bond between dogs and humans. Modern neuroscience has begun to unravel this mystery, revealing that when dogs and their owners gaze into each other's eyes, both experience a surge of oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds mothers to their newborn children. This chemical reaction creates a feedback loop of affection, a biological basis for the love we feel. Dogs can detect changes in our cortisol levels, sensing when we are stressed or anxious. They respond to our emotions with remarkable empathy, offering comfort without being asked, celebrating our joys with unbridled enthusiasm and mourning our sorrows with quiet presence. The stories of individual dogs throughout history illuminate this bond with touching clarity. In ancient Greece, the philosopher Diogenes was said to have valued the company of dogs above that of most humans, finding in their honest nature a model for his cynical philosophy. Hachiko, the Akita who waited at a Tokyo train station every day for nearly 10 years after his owner's death, became a symbol of loyalty so powerful that a statue stands in his honor to this day. During World War I, a stray terrier named Stubby became the most decorated war dog, saving his regiment from gas attacks and locating wounded soldiers on the battlefield. Laika, the Soviet space dog, became the first living creature to orbit Earth, a pioneer whose sacrifice opened the cosmos to human exploration. These are not just animal stories, they are testaments to the depth of the human-dog connection. In our modern world, the role of dogs has evolved yet again, though the bond remains as strong as ever. We have therapy dogs who visit hospitals and nursing homes, their presence alone reducing blood pressure and easing anxiety in patients. We have service dogs trained to detect seizures before they occur, to guide the blind through crowded streets, to alert diabetics to dangerous blood sugar levels, to provide stability for those with mobility issues. We have search and rescue dogs who locate survivors in collapsed buildings and avalanches, their noses capable of detecting a single human scent among tons of rubble. We have detection dogs who find explosives, drugs, and even certain types of cancer with accuracy that rivals our most sophisticated machines. But perhaps most importantly, we have companion dogs who serve no purpose other than to share our lives and our homes. These dogs, whether purebred or mixed, large or small, active or sedentary, fulfill a need in the human heart that we are only beginning to understand. Studies show that dog owners live longer, healthier lives. They have lower rates of depression and anxiety. Children raised with dogs develop stronger immune systems and greater empathy. The simple act of petting a dog can lower blood pressure and reduce stress hormones. In an increasingly isolated and digital world, dogs keep us grounded in the physical and the present, demanding walks and play, offering unconditional acceptance, and reminding us daily of the simple joys of companionship. The diversity of dog breeds today is staggering. With over 300 recognized varieties ranging from the 2-pound Chihuahua to the 200-pound English Mastiff, each breed carries within its DNA the legacy of its purpose and the preferences of the humans who created it. The sleek, swift greyhound still embodies the ancient pursuit of speed. The loyal, protective German Shepherd retains the vigilance bred into it for guarding flocks and families. The cheerful, energetic Labrador Retriever maintains the swimming ability and soft mouth developed for retrieving waterfowl. The dignified, independent Basenji, one of the oldest breeds, still yodels rather than barks, a trait preserved from its African origins. Yet despite their enormous physical and temperamental differences, all dogs share that fundamental ability to connect with humans in ways that transcend language and logic. The dog's extraordinary sense of smell deserves special mention, for it opens a world entirely invisible to us. While humans have roughly 5 million scent receptors, dogs possess up to 300 million. The portion of their brain devoted to analyzing smells is proportionally 40 times larger than ours. They can detect odors in concentrations nearly 100 million times lower than our threshold. This means a dog can smell a teaspoon of sugar in 1 million gallons of water, equivalent to 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. They can smell the passage of time, detecting how long ago a person walked past a particular spot. They can smell emotion, detecting the chemical changes in our bodies that accompany fear, happiness, or illness. This sensory universe, so far beyond our comprehension, is one reason why dogs sometimes seem almost mystical in their abilities. Communication between dogs and humans represents one of the most sophisticated examples of interspecies understanding. Dogs have learned to decode our complex vocal language, with some individuals understanding hundreds of words. They read our body language with expert precision, often understanding our intentions before we ourselves are fully aware of them. They have developed specialized vocalizations for communicating with us, different from the sounds they make with other dogs. The bark, largely absent in wolves, comes in different pitches and rhythms that convey distinct meanings. The whine, the growl, the playful yip, each serves a purpose in the conversation between species. And humans, in turn, have developed an intuitive ability to interpret these signals, often understanding our own dog's communications with surprising accuracy. The responsibility we bear as the dominant species in this relationship cannot be overstated. Dogs depend on us completely, trusting us with their well-being, their happiness, their very lives. This trust demands that we honor it with proper care, training, nutrition, medical attention, and above all, time and affection. A dog is not a possession but a family member, not a convenience but a commitment. The decision to bring a dog into one's life should be made with full understanding of the 15 or more years of daily care, training, expenses, and lifestyle adjustments that lie ahead. Yet for those who make this commitment genuinely and completely, the rewards are immeasurable. As we look to the future, the bond between dogs and humans shows no signs of weakening. If anything, in our increasingly technological and disconnected society, dogs serve an ever more vital role as anchors to the natural world and to authentic emotional connection. They remind us to live in the moment, to find joy in simple pleasures, to love unconditionally, and to remain loyal through all circumstances. They teach our children responsibility and empathy. They provide comfort to the elderly and companionship to the lonely. They serve alongside soldiers, police officers, and first responders. They perform in our entertainment, compete in our sports, and yes, they simply curl up beside us on the couch, asking nothing more than to be near us. This, then, is the story of dogs. Not just animals that live with us, but beings that have evolved alongside us, that have shaped our history and our hearts, that mirror our emotions and elevate our spirits. From those first wolves who approached our ancient fires to the beloved pets who sleep in our beds today, dogs have been our partners, our protectors, our friends, and our family. They have earned their title as man's best friend not through conquest or contract, but through 15,000 years of unwavering loyalty, unconditional love, and mutual transformation. In the eyes of a dog, we see reflected back the best of what we hope to be: loyal, loving, living fully in each precious moment. And in caring for them, in honoring the bond we share, we become better versions of ourselves, more connected to the natural world and to the simple, profound truth that love, in its purest form, requires no words at all.